It's all in your head. It's all in your head.
Alright, so we're back to the Pink Trips podcast. This is episode 16. We're here with Sept. Welcome, Sept. It gets a little formal, but then it gets really easy to just chill, man. I haven't even set up my stuff, but you brought some of your paintings.
Yeah. That's a cover of Bjork's Homogenic album.
Oh, sick. Oh, so this is
It's a recreation. Yeah, it was for an album cover show. It's her album covers are fucking insane, and there's no I can like say fucking right.
Oh yeah, dude.
Okay. A little late, huh?
Yeah.
I was thinking her covers are like insane, and sometimes I like doing album cover shows, and then other times I'm like, I'm not really feeling this because I'm just like trying to. But I kind of just combined something that I imagined. Like I just basically did her cover in my style.
In your style.
Yeah, it's like the original is insane, but that's the best homage I could pay, and I feel like a lot of times I'm just trying to force myself to get art out and something that I can settle on as being like acceptable that I can execute, then it's like good to go.
Yeah.
It's funny. There's both of these pieces are based off of artists, musical artists. This one's based off of the Bob Dylan song "Hard Rain's Gonna Fall." I mean, that song's like fucking 7 minutes. So I basically just stole the title from them and made my version of it.
Were you hearing the song while you were?
No.
Yeah, like no.
I love the title. I like Bob Dylan. I've actually animated. I attempted to animate lyric for lyric that entire song. Due to copyright violations, it wouldn't load on Instagram because it recognized the song.
Yeah.
So I slowed it down a little bit and kind of tricked it, and then but the version I did was like an older form of animation. It was like using a program called Flash.
Flash, yeah.
Which is like choppy and has its issues, but it was the staple for a while. But I basically, got through like 2 minutes of the song, animating it, and just my style of like moving stuff around.
So you can't upload it on Instagram, but you have the full version.
Yeah.
Like fast paced.
Well, it's interesting because
that'd be cool to
it didn't let me do it, and then fucking it like somehow I tricked it, and I was able to load it, and it was like the same song. I guess it just didn't catch it 2 times in a row.
Oh, okay.
And like as an artist, like getting credit for stuff, I appreciate like that fact, but like because I'm not like a really big artist, I'm kind of bummed that I can't pay tribute to like this guy like without his permission. I mean, I don't think he would like maybe he would say no, like who the fuck am I, But the honest like thing is like I selfishly think that I should be able to load his song and be like, oh, why I gotta take it down? Like, but if someone was loading my artwork on without my permission and getting like a lot of views, I mean, I wouldn't get anything. Like he's just so big, it's just like it's hard.
I don't even think it's his decision at that point. I think it's just
I mean, you gotta have control over your own shit, kind of, And then he's so big, it's just kind of like I fucking gave it a shot, and I'll someday I'll animate the whole thing, and like I'll do it. Like I guess after he dies, maybe, and I have a bigger lawyer. Like, but
or something,
maybe I'll force my way. I'll be like, I'm doing your song. But
that's cool, man. I would like to hear that, even if you can't upload it. That'd be something cool to hear. You also brought your black book. Do you have any work on there that you'd like to show, or everything's just?
Is everything on the camera right now?
Yeah, so the whole table's on the camera.
Oh, cool.
I think it ends at your right hand, like by your wrist.
This is a newer black book. I have several that are full. My dream is to produce the last version I did. Exact replica and like all the pencil sketching, every page. The thing I love about black books is that it's smaller. It's a smaller surface, so I can travel with it and I can like knock stuff out. The thing I hate and also possibly love is the seam. The book that I was going to produce basically would have been exact
replica of a black book.
So you couldn't tear out. Nothing could be taken out and put onto the wall. Like you'd have to because these things are interwoven like. Some half pages are part of other pages. Like you can't. It's just not like a.
It's like a.
Yeah, so I wanted it to be
like
equally frustrating for people to like try to take out the work and like. I think this is not perfect bound. It's sewn, but this is just me fucking around. Soup ingredients. This is an artist called Jennifer Corson at Humans Make Art. That's her stamp that she's working on for a print class.
Oh, sick.
Which is cool. But there's only a couple pieces in here. Do I need to turn the thing or?
Yeah. So this would exactly.
So this is based off of the river Styx in mythology. It's this fictional river that someone takes you across when you die and you go into the afterlife. Basically, this is like representing childhood.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess this is like losing your innocence at an early age and kind of how part of your brain kind of dies. So it's just coming to pick up. Down here, this was the time lapse that I did. I do my own music for the time lapses, and it's such a huge production because it's easy to time lapse yourself and just post that.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you go back and I start editing the video and then you start make a song from scratch for the thing, it's like an extra 2-3 hours. So the title frustrated me. I didn't like the way that the aesthetic was, so I painted over it with acrylic while I was working on it, and it basically barely dried, and I just repainted the title down there, but I got a little cool effect on it.
Yeah, it does look pretty cool. That's tight that you're making your music.
It's
like,
getting
from
out of
scratch.
it. Yeah. Now
Dude,
I'm getting
that's
into animating my time lapses after. So I'm starting to draw parts of the picture and then animating those parts that I draw. It's just.
Hey, dude.
It's crazy.
It'll pay off. Man. It for sure will pay off. Like,
this piece is about learning that in your family history you have verbal abuse tendencies. So basically, it's learning that you can't talk the way you were bred, the way that you were raised to talk because it's damaging to people around you, and it's just about becoming aware of And so my best way to represent that, I like putting animal heads on people a lot because for me it's a simple way for me to practice human form and animal form. I feel like I've basically mastered most animals. I've drawn just about everything, but as far as like getting there's always room to learn. I always feel like, oh, that's good, but next time I can do this. So that's just basically what that is. And I like heavy lines, and I like solid black and white. I like minimal backgrounds, sometimes really busy,
but they like pop, man. Like all those lines make the.
This is just a fucking baby owl tripping out. It reminds me of Muppet Babies.
Muppet Babies, yeah. Animal.
Yeah, I don't know, one of them. This is just experimenting with. I've been getting really into heavy optical vibrant waves. I've always been doing waves, but I like solid spaces with a lot of black and then not a lot of black. So that's just me messing around with that. This is an unfinished collab with Jennifer Corson. We did that at the airport, but we didn't finish it. This is something I did while I was on vacation, and it's just me basically practicing how to draw bodies.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with clip art. Most of my references are basically just stock clip art because I feel that clip art embodies the perfect amount of shading, the perfect line weight, and I try to emulate that in most of my pictures.
And space.
Yeah.
The utilization of space.
Yeah. I mean, I got a D- in life drawing because I didn't listen to the instructor. He would do all these the classical way of doing shapes and then adding to the shapes and the muscles are all these ovals, and I would just start doing the outline. He was really nice. He's like, that's really heavy black outline. He's like, that's not how you do it. And I was like, okay, I respect you, but nowadays, I still kind of do that. And this is a lot of hair. I don't know. I just like that texture.
Yeah, it looks tight, man. And it pops.
Today I'm gonna attempt. It's art has not been flowing for me lately. Got some other stuff going on, but I believe this is going to be a death's head moth.
Oh, okay, I see.
Depending on how long it takes, I might do a stipple around the outside, but it's been slowing down for me lately in the art.
It's cool, man. Everybody's got those times where it's dude, no matter how hard you want to try to do something, it's just nothing. And before you know, you've been on your phone for hours. You're like, what the fuck? I sat down to draw. I didn't do shit.
Yeah. The phone is the ultimate time waster, dude. It's just a fucking super distraction, dude.
Yeah, that's how.
Handheld procrastination.
For real, dude. And I'm always beating myself up right after it. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, we really.
I knew it.
We really put a lot of pressure on ourselves, I think, as artists, because when it flows, we expect that to be like the basic, like every time. You know? Like, oh, I fucking knocked this thing out. It looks kind of the way I wanted it to. I'm happy with it. People like it. Like, I feel inspired. And then you sit down to do it, and when it doesn't work exactly like that, it's like instantly everything's so serious and like upsetting, because as an artist, you feel like you should naturally do that in some form every time.
Yeah.
You know, but it's not like that, dude.
Nope.
Life gets in the way, dude, for sure.
Yeah. I hate that shit, dude. I know for sure, at least for me, that the reason I do that a lot, dude, is because like I'm afraid that I'm just gonna stop doing it. You know? Like life's gonna hit me so fucking hard that I won't have any fucking time to do any of this shit.
Yeah, that's one of the bigger factors for me is time. I work full time in another job that's nice because it's creative, but at the same time, when it gets around to my own stuff, my brain's pretty much empty. Yeah, because I've been problem solving all day
for somebody else's shit.
Yep.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I work full time too, man. So I know what you mean. I mean, it's not using my creative side for sure, but it is utilizing a lot of my fucking like normal, you know, mechanics.
Is he using your back or your brain?
Oh, dude, it's just fucking emails and shit.
Right.
It's definitely not physical, you know?
Yeah.
It's definitely not physical. Although I started off doing like a lot of physical like labor shit. You know?
For sure.
And then they just bumped me up, and then like it just got really dull real quick, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm way better off than that, you know?
Yeah, it's interesting how you like get through life and you like would give anything to get something else, and then you get something else, and then you adjust to that, and you're like, okay,
yeah,
this is like way better than what I had before, but there's gotta be more, man.
And that's what it is, man. That's what I learned quick, dude. Like, I was like, man, why am I like I'm moving up, and like it's easier for me to make, you know, rent or whatever, you know, it's a little easier, it's a little less stressful. But at the end of the day, man, I'm like, fucking, this is not something I want to be doing every fucking day, you know?
Yeah.
This is not my passion. I look the whole day, I start the day off, and I look forward to coming home and just drawing.
Yeah.
You know? And it's just like, what the fuck? Like, I look forward to all this, and then when I don't draw, I'm like, fuck. Dude, you've been looking for it all day, and you didn't even do shit today.
Well, it's because you got nothing left by the time you get down to do it, man. It happens to me all the time. At like 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm ready to go, and then by the time it reaches around 6, I'm just like, no, can't do anything.
So have you noticed that you get really creative at work at a certain time of the day?
Yeah, like early morning.
And you're like, what the fuck? The days I have off, I wish I could fucking do this shit.
And then the days I have off are just spent like trying to like not do anything.
Yeah, or
and,
catch
like,
up on
that's
shit.
more important than fucking most, but you don't recognize that.
Dude. I hate that. Like, man, I'm so creative. I'm like, God, I gotta finish this shit quick, so I got like 5 minutes to fucking do some other shit, you know?
Yeah.
Some personal art shit or something, you know? And every once in a while, you know how so I don't take 15 minutes every 2 hours. What I'll do is like,
oh really?
Yeah, like
that's illegal.
Yeah, I'll skip. You know the
Sorry.
the 15 minutes. No, it is, but I'll skip it.
You can edit that out.
Nah, I'm okay with that. I don't think they're watching. But next thing you know, my fucking I'm fired. I get home. I get to work on Monday. And I'm like, hey, we saw your fucking podcast.
No, well, thanks for watching.
But hopefully,
so you say you don't take. What do you do instead?
So sometimes I'll look up like shows coming up or whatever, you know, and I'll do that for like 4 minutes until like another email pops up, and I'll you know, so I'll like spread it out, you know, but still like I find that I get the most ideas flowing at 10.
Yeah,
or,
for sure. Know, yeah,
for sure. Like at 10, like from there on,
your brain's fresh. Dude.
Yeah,
like I don't know,
but it's pretty weird.
So how long ago did you do the Graph Lab mural?
Which one?
The bees.
Oh, the bees. I think it's 2015. That was 2015. Yeah, is yours still there?
Yeah.
I haven't been there in such a long time, dude.
Yeah, I heard that it's gonna be torn down in like 2 years.
In 2 years?
Yeah,
The whole building?
that's what.
Are they remodeling or are they just getting rid of it?
I don't know exactly. They're gonna try to save it. I don't know all the details, but I know that's definitely on the table. I don't know why. There's a lot of things I don't know.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, that was.
I hope it doesn't disappear.
Yeah, it sucks. There needs to be more places like that.
For real, man. And then they give out so many opportunities, to artists there.
Yeah, it's just like to have a neutral place to fucking get down, dude, is so nice because not everyone has the luxury of walls being offered to them, that kind of space to work.
That's true, man. For real.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, they're willing to work with a bunch of artists as long as the artist is willing to, put in what they say.
Yeah.
Because I know they've tried to work with a bunch of artists, but sometimes just artists just are too flaky or whatever,
Yeah.
or they're just too busy,
Yeah.
whichever it is. But they're willing to work with a lot of artists, at least artists for sure that they like.
Yeah.
So, where do you grow up, man?
A lot of different places, man.
Okay, we moved around a lot.
Yeah, my dad was in the military, and I was born in Japan.
Oh, how cool, man.
Lived in the East Coast for a long time. I've been in Southern California since I was 10 years old. I've been in LA since 2000. I don't really remember a lot of stuff about my childhood. My memory is kind of
hazy.
It's just not very good. So I don't have a lot of information about that entirely.
No worries, man. So do you play any instruments aside, or do you just make?
Yeah.
What do you play? Every instrument? Or, excuse my ignorance and like music related stuff, but I know nothing about music, man. I've always wanted to.
Yeah, I can play. I can play the trumpet, flute, piano. I can program drum machines. I played the guitar for like 25 years.
Oh shit! Tight. In a band or just like solo? Just like practicing.
I've been in a lot of bands, but now basically I don't really do anything except like create fucking songs for my fucking time lapses.
Which is, dude, that shit is so tight.
I don't even fucking play. I don't even play the guitar. It's either I have to choose between what brain cells are left to practice art or practice music. Like I used to record a lot of stuff on my own, and that's all I would do instead of art. And then I got into art and switched.
So now you prefer to do art and only art.
If I'm gonna do it at all, I have to. Yeah.
So mainly it's just like a time thing.
There's not enough time.
Yeah. There ain't for sure. And how'd you get into art? Have you always just been artistic, or is it like the time you like? Oh shit!
Is this table stipple proof? Like, can I do this, or are you gonna fuck with the camera?
I'll fuck with the camera. Don't worry, Drew.
All right.
Don't worry. It'll give it a little like 3D effect.
I always naturally just kind of drew, but. I didn't really think anything of it.
Okay, it was just like definitely just.
Yeah, I wasn't like I'm an artist. I was just like, oh, I can draw. Oh, I can paint. Cool. But I was forced to go to church a lot when I was younger, so I saw religious art, and that really I thought was kind of cool and mythological. Depending on your views, but it's just a bunch of fucking like angels and dragons and shit like that. You're like, oh, what the fuck is this? And so I thought that was cool. But then the other thing that really inspired me, probably the most, was street signs and like symbology and like just universal symbols that mean the same thing to all people, no matter where you're from.
Yeah.
So I became obsessed with that, and then I kind of like when I when I originally went to art school, I thought, oh, I didn't really consider myself to be a real artist, so I kind of was gonna play it safe and be like, oh, I'm gonna do graphic design or advertising, so I'm doing art for someone else, basically.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but during my senior thesis, my last year of high school, I said I felt like, I still want to be an artist. Like, so my senior thesis was to create Scepter Head as like a fictitious, like, I was like, I'm gonna prove myself that I can fucking pick a weird ass name that fucking may or may not mean anything. I mean, I'm sure there used to be a really long story to it, but now I don't even tell the story because it's just fucking stupid. My name gets shorter and shorter, but the class that I took, I branded myself. I created merch. I created a style. I fucking hit the streets and did all this fucking work, and it ended up that I enjoyed doing that more than I did
anything else?
Advertising.
That's so cool. Like,
so advertising, I feel is like a different thing because I haven't found a way to like merge the two of them, but they're both about self-expression.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not like painting or drawing pictures. I mean, I've done stuff for advertising where they've used just straight, Scepter Head art, but the most like I love and appreciate both, but like the visceral like thing about art is like it puts me like in the present where nothing else brings me to the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And like I feel like that kind of I didn't really bring any brush pen. I feel like that is something that's priceless as far as like fucking trying to deal with this fucking life, and it's really important to me, so I hold on to that, and then I just pursued that in like a full-time thing. There was like 2 or 3 years where I was basically paying my bills through art, and like that really like got me excited. It didn't last much longer than that because my student loans started kicking in, and my student loans are astronomical and eternal, and the reality is I need to have a full-time job. Yeah, it sucks. I think the smartest way to be an artist is to be rich first, and then
be an artist.
And then be an artist.
Yeah, because then
because there's fucking nothing holding you back.
Yeah. No, dude, I fucking definitely I can relate with that, man. Like,
I mean, yeah, imagine just like full-time, like,
dude, it'd be great if we could just full-time artist.
Yeah.
But it's like,
but what's nice? I mean, one thing that's nice is like I don't fucking have to worry about selling a painting, dude. And like, if you don't fucking like want me in your gallery, fine, dude. If you don't like want to fucking pay me to do a fucking 80-foot mural, like, fuck off. Like, I don't need your like before it was like I need this person to buy this painting to pay my rent, and then they changed their mind. And you're just like, what the fuck, dude? Like, we've been talking for months about this, but like, just to get rid of that pressure of like depending upon other people to make a decision.
Yeah, that's what
it's kind of nice.
Yeah, that's what it really tells me. It's like you find enjoyment in it right now.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, man, I definitely enjoy not having that weight and stress and anxiety of, damn, someone's got to buy it. Now it's like, I'm doing it, and it's like, it's here. That's why I have a lot of fucking paintings, dude.
Yeah, I've got so much firewood
and
in
it's
my
like,
studio.
Dude, like, I need to get either.
Everyone's like, oh, I love that painting. It's so amazing. You're like, for sale. I was like, crickets. Just like, fuck, dude.
I'm just appreciating it. Yeah. Every time I say that too, it's like, oh, it's for sale. Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fucking process artist, dude. Like, I'm only enjoying this drawing while I'm working on it now. When I'm done with it, sure, I'll appreciate it, but it doesn't really mean anything to me anymore. Like, my art only means something to me, like, while I'm making it.
Yeah, you're enjoying the moment.
Yeah,
like you said. The hyper focus, man. That's a big attractor to do art.
Yeah.
Like that. Be anything else in my fucking life, I've never been so fucking focused when I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Never anything, no matter what,
For sure.
And like with this stuff, it's like I'm so focused on a stupid angle, a stupid line.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, now this, if I follow it, it attaches to something else, and that's got to be at this angle, and that attaches to something else. And this has this general shape, and it's like, my mind's so focused on this, everything else just fucking disappears, no matter what, which is a little weird with this because we're doing this, but then we're trying to talk at the same time.
Yeah. Well, it's either be talking to myself or not have someone else to talk to.
For real. Yeah. No. Hey,
Only in my head though. I don't talk out loud.
Right?
At least I do. I don't expect an answer.
Exactly. That's when you gotta start worrying when it starts answering back.
I mean, as long as you don't tell anyone.
Just keep it.
As long as no one.
Keep it a secret.
Yeah. Until you get found out, you're good to go.
Yeah, for real. Damn, what was I gonna say? I hate when I lose my train of thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh. Anyways, so you've worked from acrylic to markers. Do you prefer markers over acrylic, or there's no preference? You just like something that's gonna give you a solid.
I hate acrylic. Not as much as oil, but it's just because I'm not very good at it, and I can't get it to do exactly what I want. And there's limitations to certain colors, and that's why I love fucking spray paint, because you lay down green, you lay down yellow, you lay down blue, fucking 5 seconds it dries, you're like, I don't like blue. You lay down purple, and it's solid, and it's fucking so graphic, and it's fucking so bright, dude. Yeah. And I'm pretty dumb about the subject, so I don't fucking have a problem saying it, but why the fuck isn't acrylic paint at that level yet, dude? Yeah. Why not? Why? And so my frustration comes from having to lay down a bright yellow color and then letting it dry, and then I want to put red over this. Yeah, it's so fucking pointless, dude. I know that it takes coats and it takes base layers and patience, but I don't fucking have that in my brain right now. So right now I'm like, fuck paint. I can paint this stuff. Most of the stuff you'll see me do has to have the black line on top because, as you can see, the black shows through. That bugs me, and I try to keep it to a minimal, so this kind of layout. But I've been experimenting more with doing masking and gradients with I use water-based spray paint for a lot of my paintings. Mm-hmm. I've been experimenting more with fluorescence, and like I said, I've recently learned how to walk away from something if it didn't work and come back. Yeah, that's a big deal for me. Dude, that's a big thing, right? But yeah, because fuck waiting for shit, dude. If art doesn't do what I want it to do, then it's in the trash, dude. And I have zero problems fucking doing that. So, what do you think about digital work, iPads? And
I'm
stuff fucking totally into it, and I can't.
Okay, I thought so. I was like, dude, if you want shit quick, you want shit solid. There's no beating the fucking.
No, I'm definitely interested in trying it out. I can't fucking afford it right now, but the minute I can, I'll probably get iPad Pro, and I'll probably get fucking Procreate and all that shit.
Yeah, dude. I think, dude, once you have that, your fucking output is gonna be crazy.
And just at the level you can change colors and gradients and
sizes
styles.
And dude, and then your stuff. I already see it. Once you make that investment in the iPad, dude, your shit's gonna triple as far as output. Yeah. And probably, I think your animation stuff too, dude.
Yeah, but it is limited though. You can't blow it up to be a poster. I mean, there's only so many. From what I've read.
Oh, for the iPad, yeah.
Yeah, it's not ideal for working on.
You can get a pro. What is it? That's Cintiq.
Yeah, but that's different. It's not portable
Oh, it's not portable.
Yeah, you're not drawing on the tablet, right? Or are you?
Yeah, the Cintiq? Yeah. The Cintiq portable ones, they're a little screen. I don't know, but from what I hear, it's not as good as the iPad as far as the touch to screen.
Yeah.
I think ratio. There's a little mirror, a little glass, and it gives it. It tricks your head a little bit.
All right.
At least that's what I heard, but. I've only tried older models, but I don't know. Man. And the portableness not, but you can just do that shit at home, no? A laptop at home.
Yeah, and I don't really know the extent of what. I feel the ease of experimenting with textures and.
Oh yeah, that's the one
fucking
thing.
Ideas and mock-ups is a lot easier because I do my mock-ups on my computer anyways, but just doing it on a tablet I feel would give me a little bit more room to breathe rather than fucking having to do it in Photoshop and then fucking export it and drawing with a mouse
control,
and all that shit.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's expensive, dude.
Oh, dude, it's like a big investment, man.
Yeah.
For sure. Like it'll set you back like a good amount of money.
Maybe it's just good for like Instagram posts.
Right?
You're like, I just drew this. It's like looks fucking super sick, and it fucking took you like half the time. But then, like, what else can you do with it? Like, do you, like you said, you need Cintiq for like larger format stuff. Like, it's really just a digital sketch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's definitely just a digital sketch. I mean, I'm sure people will turn those sketches into prints and stuff like that. And I mean, I don't know if you can vector from there. But I mean, I think
Like
the iPad's getting photoshopped anyway, so I think the large format stuff is not going to be an issue.
Yeah, you've seen. Have you ever been on Behance? That fucking Adobe portfolio site.
No, I've
They
heard
have a
of
lot
it.
of work from like people with that use Procreate on there, and some of it's like really good. So
Really?
it's kind of like,
Yeah, I've seen some crazy painting looking ones. I don't know how he did it, but they look pretty fucking sick, you know.
yeah.
Some people can do some sick shit on those things. But yeah, it just depends on it. Dude, like, it's a big investment for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's not vital, I don't know. You know, it's kind of like a luxury, I think. Sometimes.
Yeah.
It's an investment.
Unless it's like for your job or something.
Exactly. Unless you're working fucking for like a graphic company.
Yeah,
or
I
something.
can see that. Yeah.
I can definitely see how fucking having that around and, you know, being able to work on, you know, client shit on the go or whatever. You don't have to be there.
I'm going with luxury. I like that answer.
But it's definitely dude, it's
At
definitely
least at this
luxury.
point.
For real, right? I don't have one. You know, I spent all my money on this shit just so I could do the podcast, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little by little.
I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna fucking I need to start this podcast already. Like I had the idea, you know, mid last year, but shit just kept popping up, dude.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, and I was just trying to find a name and all kinds of shit, you know? And I was like, man, as soon as I get a fucking enough money to buy a laptop, buying a laptop, and I'm starting it with the fucking webcam. Fuck it. You know, that's what I'm doing. But I was like, I need to start it, and I know it'll grow and it'll change as it goes. But I want to get all that stuff out of the way with this equipment.
Yeah.
You know? And then transition and evolve it with better equipment as it proceeds, you know?
Yeah. So what's Whittier like, dude?
It's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
It's calm. I mean, there's tweakers and like crazy shit, but like it's not
there
too
are.
bad. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's quite a lot, but
Do you go into like more central LA a lot from here, or do you do a lot of stuff down here?
Oh, like walls and shit.
Yeah, just like
No, dude, they don't have art shit here. If anything, I can do a lot of commissions here.
Yeah.
But like just portraits and stuff, like oil point portraits. But as far as walls, dude, no walls, no any mural shit here. I don't get. I get it in either. I would get it more towards like Huntington Beach sometimes. I would get like people, but that's just because I knew people, you know. And then definitely over there with the Graph Lab, dude. Like they were the ones giving me walls and shit, and like maybe Pomona would be another city where like they got a good scene there, you know, like a good art scene. It's not crazy. It's not LA, but you know, it's better than here. Whittier has almost no art scene aside from like tattoo shops and shit. You know. But you're like in a good area for like art stuff, no?
I mean,
at least close enough to go. I guess I'm close enough to. Have
I used to feel that way more. A lot of the stuff has changed. I feel like I'm in a different like section of my journey as an artist, and it doesn't really involve a lot of murals as it used to.
Oh, okay.
But I also feel like I've gotten to the point where every time I paint, I get a lot better than the last time I painted, so I'm not as concerned about painting as much.
Yeah.
Like I'm at a spot now where I paint and like I impress myself, which is a big deal for me because I'm never impressed by myself. I mean, I still hate it because it's mine, you know, and I could be like, oh, I could have done that, I could have done this, and you know, it's never any perfection as an artist. But the universe is telling me to fucking sharpen my small scale sword, and so I draw as much as I can and fucking paint. I just fucking got into La Luz De Jesus Gallery in Hollywood, which is like a lifelong dream.
How sick.
Yeah, I mean, I had a solo show last year. I fucking sold more work than I've ever sold before in my life.
Really tight. Where was the solo show?
Gobble Gallery.
Gobble Gallery. Where's
I sold an installation piece. I
What?
never even did an installation piece before.
That's tight. What'd you do?
I fucking created this like black triangle vortex of my actual drawing table for my room, and I like had my actual drawings on it, and I had all the things I had on my walls, like the actual corner from like my studio. I used it. I brought it to the gallery, and I painted a black triangle on the wall, like a 3D thing. And then I set my studio in there, and I set up all my stuff, and someone bought that as a piece of the show.
What? It's tight.
So it kind of sucks. They like bought my drawing table. I had to go get a new one, but
fuck it, dude.
But it was cool to like do something a little different.
So with those pieces, they literally have that in somebody's either house.
I reinstalled it in someone else's showroom. So
dude,
they have my
like,
corner.
that's cool. Like, all right, you lost your drawing table, but dude, now your drawing table is like a piece.
Yeah, they basically bought part of my house. Yeah, which is fucking. It's kind of cool if you think about it.
It's cool, man. Like they like your workspace, or
Yeah, it
so
definitely
much.
inspired me to like think more 3D rather than here's my drawings on the wall, here's my fucking paintings. Those are always the go-tos, but to like be able to like create like an atmosphere, like I did like a whole room at the Gabba Gallery. I painted like a 3D like mural, and then I did like all these corners were like different triangles with like different pieces in them.
That's time, huh?
Yeah, it was definitely a.
You did that by yourself, or you had some homies help you out?
No, I did it all by myself.
Damn, dude.
I don't have help.
No,
I'm
you don't
not-
have like homies like fucking. Hey, let's go paint.
People always ask me, but I fucking say no because I'm not until I can't do it on my own, and it doesn't make sense financially. Like if I'm doing like a big production, then I'm gonna fight it and try to just be self-sufficient because I feel like the craft is more pure that way. But that's my personal opinion. I'm not gonna speak for anybody else on that. People always like want to like learn how to like do murals, and they'll ask me like, "Hey, can you show me this?" I'm like, "Yeah, if you come down here, I'm painting. I'll show you some stuff, but I'm not gonna like fucking change my schedule." Really. I always invite people, and they never like show up sometimes. Yeah, and I just like I don't care, but it's like like if you fucking like want an opportunity to like learn some techniques, like I'm always down to show you, dude, like anytime.
Oh yeah.
And like they're just like.
I was talking about this with a friend once. Like there's some people that like see you drawing or see you do whatever your thing. Like, hey, that'd be cool to learn. Would you be willing to teach me? And you never deny them. Like you always talk, yeah, cool, yeah, dude, like for sure. And you pull up, and they'll do that for like a day or two, and then they'll just give up. And they won't pursue it. And like you're not gonna be
like
chasing.
My life, dude.
Yeah, you're not gonna be chasing them down to teach them.
Fuck.
And it's like, or helping them out. Like, it feels good to help out somebody, but if they're not willing to put any, like, effort or any, like, oh, what are you doing? Like, eager towards it. I'm not going to chase you down. I'm not your fucking parent. I'm not your teacher. Like, that's why every time I see, like, martial arts movies and they're all, like, chasing down their master, teach me this. And it's like, like, sensei, teach me this. It's like, yeah, that's how students should be, like, eager to learn,
Yeah.
Maybe not kissing ass, because that's, it's something else, but definitely, like, dude, like, teach me what you're doing there. I really want to learn. Yeah. That's how I learned. I fucking asked and looked at fucking artists that were so much better than me, and I was just, like, there, like, dude, looking at them, kind of studying what they're doing, But that's just how... I was like to oh shit, like how'd you do that, dude? Or if they're willing to teach me, cool. But if they're not, like, I'll just keep looking at it. I'll figure it out somehow. Yeah. Did you ever have like any artists friends or anything that like you're like, oh shit, that's tight? How'd you do that?
Yeah. One of my friends, Phobic, I admire his work a lot because he's more of a classic illustrator than I am. In a sense that he like is like he knows like comic book shit and like just like he knows how to do bodies better and like he has techniques that he's fucking mastered over the years, and it's always inspired me to like
keep pushing your shit.
Yeah, because I've always tried to find shortcuts in my life because that's just who I am, and there just aren't any.
For this shit, yeah.
You know, that doesn't mean I won't stop trying.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, so, but I mean, like, it's I have borrowed a lot from like classic like anatomical drawing though, where like you start with some shapes and then you add to the shapes, and like that makes sense because a lot of body parts are like, you know, big to small. Fucking hands are like fucking paddles. You know, they're always bigger than you think they are. Fucking, like I've been like studying like how to like do the least amount of effort as possible to draw a fucking skeleton or a body, because like it's uncomfortable to learn and I like to learn, but the best I can do is pay attention to it enough to learn some of the basics, but not spend time practicing the basics. I've basically been just trying to draw the same thing for like 10 years, and I'm just getting a little bit better at it.
Just a little, you feel like
that's
you're
the
getting a
truth.
little bit.
That's the truth of it. But
you ever trip out on like when you learn something new that you know it's gonna change your artwork from that point forward?
I do, but then
or do you don't really like realize that?
No, I do. I noticed that, but one of the things about once I learn something, I'll put it into my like bag of fucking shit that I can do, but I'll start working on something else.
Oh, okay.
Like,
You'll keep perfecting what you're still okay. Okay, you won't practice it as soon as you learn.
No, I'll
you know you have it there,
yeah.
but you won't practice it.
I won't focus on it.
Yeah.
I'll just fucking say, okay, that's cool. Now what?
That's how I achieve that. Now let me keep doing like this because this is what's gonna complete this, and then you'll sprinkle it in there as okay. So you transition yourself, like you don't just completely change everything just because you learned something. Yeah. That's a cool way to master like everything, you know? Yeah. Because I do see that happening. Like I'll learn something new, and then like I'll neglect something that I was, you know, a little less experienced at, you know? Yeah. Like
if they don't respond, it's just like you can't force people to care about the same things you care about, but you can always put your word in, like hey, this should be credited.
Yeah, dude. And the thing is, man, a lot of artists are really shy or really insecure in a lot of things, and contacting someone,
biggest egos in the world, and
confrontation is not something people are willing to do so easily, you know. Yeah. And it's not even a confrontation like bad. It's just like, hey, you're wronging me in this way, or I think you should look at this, or whatever, you know, or that person should be whatever. You're just speaking your mind. Yeah. And I think a lot of artists are afraid to do that. I definitely do that, especially about their work. Yeah. You know? That's crazy, man.
How much time we got left on this?
Dude, we're 5 minutes. Yeah.
5 minutes left?
Yeah, for an hour. We can cap it at an hour if you want, if you're trying to head out. But we can always push it.
I'm sad my drawing isn't finished.
No worries, man.
Do you ever finish a piece while you're filming it?
No, not really.
Because you spend a lot of time on your shit.
Like. Yeah, not finished. I'll start it off. I think that's not even finished, but that's
this
the Mary.
Oh, is that what that's?
That's what I was doing. That one and the other.
Is this all oils?
Yeah, it's all oil. Yeah.
You use medium?
No, just paint. Just paint and turpentine and.
There it is, turpentine.
Turpentine to loosen it, but but it's mainly just oil on there.
And are any of them dry?
Yeah, that one's completely dry.
How long did it take?
That one took like 2 years, on and off, dude. Wow. I get really not bored, but I can only do black and gray so long. Yeah. Like I always want to do colored shit. Yeah. You know, and I like mixing the paint, and I like mixing the gradients, and I like mixing the different colors. So if I'm doing this for so long, I'm like, okay, I gotta go do something, start something, even though this shit's not done. You know? Yeah. I hate that shit. But that's what I'll do. I'll have a bunch of shit like, you know, in half stages or pre-stages. But those two are the finished ones. All this stuff still needs work. Oh. Yeah. But all right, man. So we can cut it at this. I don't want to take up any more of your time. Thank you for coming out. If you can send me, it's sick.
Unfinished Death's Head Moth.
You'll probably go home and finish that shit. Huh?
Absolutely.
It's all in your head. It's all in your head.